What's up, everybody? What's up? It is Mama Anime here, and we were back with another reaction.
Mama Anime.
Okay, come on, y'all. All right, so in today's episode, we are going to watch Death Note episode 3. So come on, sit down. Let's watch it.
Concerning L's request that we investigate the time of death for each victim, we found that all of them occurred between the hours of 4 p.m. and 2 a.m. on weekdays.
Our suspect could very well be a student.
Well, I'm not saying this to support Kira or to condone the murders, but in the last few days throughout the world, but especially here in Japan, we've observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
Well, we ain't gonna have nothing to do if he do it all. Thank God, saved by the bell.
Sounds like Dad's home. Welcome home, dear.
Thank you.
He's home really early today.
Hey, why don't you at least try the last problem by
No, thank
yourself?
I will, but maybe after dinner.
Yeah, right.
You sure are relaxed.
Of course. If the police try to come after me, I'm pretty confident I've got something that'll give me the advantage. Hey, glad you could join us for dinner. You hungry, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, wait a minute. So you telling me that his daddy is the one that's searching for him? Now, come on now.
Tell me, how are your studies going?
You don't want to know.
He's at the top of his class. My big brother's a genius.
And other stuff.
Well, Daddy's a policeman. And that must be the reason why you're so confident.
That's right. It's easy for me to hack into Dad's computer. We're on a home network, so I can copy the files I need without leaving a trace. Looks like the police are already beginning to suspect a student.
I guess that means you're in trouble.
Sips tea.
Then I should be able to write down all the details, including time of death afterwards, shouldn't I? Looks like I'll be able to provide you with more entertainment now.
Another 23 victims yesterday? Are these confirmed?
He's killing one off every hour on the hour.
It does appear less likely now that Kira is a student. But that's not the message he's sending by doing this. I believe Kira is telling us that not only can he kill from a distance, but he can also determine the time of death.
Monk is at it again, y'all.
This can only mean that Kira has access to police information.
I'd say Elle is probably starting to sweat a little by now.
Showing them you have connections to the police makes it easier for them to find you than when they just suspected you were a student.
Well, my real agenda is to get close to Elle so I can eliminate him.
He's really okay with killing people.
With all due respect, Chief, we're resigning.
Why? You're good cops.
Isn't it clear? It's because we value our lives.
Kira has some ESP-like power that somehow allows him to kill people indirectly, from anywhere.
Well, if I were Kira, sir, I'd probably want to try and get rid of the people who were trying to catch me.
Every single one of those victims' names and photos were broadcast to the Japanese public, and then they died.
Before we tackle more complex,
Don't he got to clock in or work somewhere else?
X's value as simply the multiple of two integers. Now,
we brought the FBI to Japan 4 days ago. They're fully operational. As requested, they're now gathering intel on the police.
Light, you got a second? It's starting to creep me out.
Get to the point already.
You're being followed by another human.
What's he gonna ask him his name?
It's really starting to get on my nerves.
I'll have to get rid of him as soon as possible. I need my stalker's name.
Shinigami can tell what a person's name is by just looking at their face. We know instantly. Our eyes just aren't the same. However, if a Shinigami drops his death note and a human picks it up, he can grant that human the eyes of a Shinigami. The price for having a Shinigami's eyes is half of that person's remaining lifespan.
Your ass.
If you were supposed to live another 50 years, it'll be 25. If it was one more year, then 6 months.
I'm sure he know how to do that, man.
Give me half your remaining lifespan, and I'll give you the Shinigami eyes.
If I had that power, the Death Note would only be easier to use.
So, what'll it be, Light? Is it a deal?
How do y'all feel about that? Okay, so that was an episode with a lot of information. I feel like the Shigami, is that what it is?
Shinigami.
The Shinigami is up here just making up rules as he goes along. So Light was hit with a major proposition to give half his life to use his eyes. Don't use his eyes. His eyes look crazy. Just keep yours. All right. So real quick, tell me how you guys are feeling today. You having a good day, a bad day? Communicate with me a little bit. So how y'all feel about this episode so far, or the show in general? Do you think this is a good look for Light? How would you feel being a police officer? Do you think this is that vigilante justice that should go on or not? I don't know. I'm a little conflicted with the whole situation. We don't want the bad guys, but there's so many different twists and turns. Like, you know, are you sure that's the bad guy? Because I know that's something that happens a lot, mistaken identity and whatnot. So what kind of other due process or due diligence is he doing? I don't know. This is getting a little creepy for me. I don't know. Okay, so in this episode, there's a lot of character development. We see his little sister. She's not good at math, but who is really?
The character development.
That, you know, I thought that was very important. It made me feel like much better. My favorite character, that's a tough one. I feel like I relate most to his sister. Momma Anime is not going to leave you without a word of the day. And today it is shonen. Okay, what's that mean?
So shonen is like young man, like young adult boy, and it's like the genre of anime and manga that caters towards like teen boys, young teen boys. So if you want to say like, so something that they say in My Hero Academia in the Japanese version.
That's my favorite show, y'all.
They'll say like Midoriya shonen, you know, like young Midoriya, young man Midoriya.
All right, so anyway, I thank y'all so much for spending time with me. Listen, I need y'all to subscribe. What y'all doing? It's going to be more. I'm not going to leave you. I know sometimes you see a new YouTuber and you get excited, you start watching them, and then they go away. I'm here to stay, baby dog. Come on, subscribe. All right, so that's our time here today. And as always, stay in.